Okay, let's see. Oh, it's running. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. This is Diane M. Pivonka, and I'm going to be doing your Ask an Angel card reading for the week, March 16th through the 21st of 2020. This is for adults only. And let me see here. Oh, I have to set this out a little better here, I see. Let me bring it back. Yeah, gotta bring it back. Got my beautiful angel with me. I always have angels with me. Okay. Oh, shoot. I did not bring down my crystals. I'll make a note to bring crystals next week so we can keep looking at them and I can tell you about them and their purpose and such. This reading is for adults only. Please remember I am a divine channel for the light and a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. Then you also need to know this about me. I did about a year's work with Kimberly Dawn, archangelsblessed.com, and we use her cards here too for readings. So, and this was on 2/8/2016. She wrote me this great message, and she notes that lines of connection to the divine that had been damaged and or severed have been repaired in your light body and chakras. The Christed strengthening light has been placed all through your light body so that you have added support and strength with all of life's trials and tribulations. And I thank the divine for that, because the divine knew that I was going to be coming up against some tribulations, trials, I should say. So you are one of the few who have received this very specific frequency on earth. You can say, or I can say, that I am an embodiment of this very special light from Jesus Christ. And I know that. And it's a wonderful thing to have. You know, it really is. Really is. Okay, before we go any further then, remember my book, Jesus Christ in Me. This is available on Amazon.com for about $10. And remember, this book is an autobiography. And in this book, I talk about my vision that Jesus Christ bestowed onto me. And then the light of the Holy Spirit began to flow into me. That was such an incredible miracle. It just was. And yep, since that time, I've always felt supported, healed, and loved by Jesus Christ. So I think I told you last week that I'm starting on my second book, right? And that book will probably expound a bit more on this one because I've learned more over a couple of years. And I have also been gifted and allowed to sleep in God the Father's heart, because I was having a very difficult time about 6 months ago, and I really didn't know where to go, what to do. Should I just forget about, should I keep trying? What should I do with this relationship? So And that has really been a blessed and wonderful, wonderful thing for me, because I sleep fine now every night. So I don't know if my spirit, my soul, you know, that travels all night long, if that just hops up to heaven there and jumps inside God's heart for the night once in a while, I think must be happening. So I'm very thankful for that. And you know, I have great love for God the Father, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Okay. So let's get on with the reading. What do you say, folks? Okay. You can do all this later. I will write that all up for you and then get it out. We'll be using the first cards we use are the Celestial Wisdom cards. And this is guidance from the angels, okay? And it's by Julia Jeffrey Hubbs and Nora Monaco, okay? Celestial Wisdom cards, guidance from the angels. Then I'll introduce you to my two angels. The one on top is about 30 years old. And the one on bottom is 8 to 10 years old. You can see she's got a little more creativity to her than perhaps the upper angel. I don't know. I love them both. So, you know how that goes. So, I usually like to get 3 of these, 2 of the Archangel Oracle cards, perhaps 3, and 2 to 3 of, what are the name of those cards up here again? Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. So, okay, that'll be good. So let's get going. Oh, yes, indeed. I did not know this. Baby angel on the Lotus is on the bottom of the deck. And that's where they usually show up when they show up, don't they, for me? The bottom of the deck. And these angels are fun. Fun, fun, fun. Oops, I almost had a whole bunch come out on me. Baby angel on the Lotus was out last week as well. So I will read everything about her from the book. So I know that you all get the information that you need on her. I only read for Libras at this point in time. That's because I'm a Libra, and I have used these cards for a minimum of 20 years, a maximum maybe of 30, you know. And I just kept reading for myself and reading for myself. And then, after I retired a couple of years ago, I just was not not prepared to retire, I don't think. And that's when I got the idea of doing this. And I'm really glad I did, because I enjoy it immensely. And if you guys can remember to send my readings around to your friends on Facebook, and then remind them to send them out to their friends, that's how I'm going to have to go about this. So our second card out is Strength. See if we can't get another angel out. Would you come out, angel? Do you think you could come out for the people? see. And I'm going to be shuffling here for a half hour. So. And our next card is Courage. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is Opportunity. So, strength and courage. You know, sometimes in life, as strong as you may be or think you are, that strength can take a hit. And then the most important thing to implement after that is courage. Because you have to do that to gain your strength back. Or you have to maybe do what I did and ask God if you could just spend the night sleeping inside his heart, because you just don't know what to do sometimes, you know? So anyway, strength, there's all sorts of strength, guys, you know. There's all physical strength, and there's emotional strength, spiritual strength, psychological strength, lots of strengths. And you should really try as hard as you possibly can to develop as many strengths as you can, okay? Because, I don't know, some people can go through rough lives and they, instead of building strength, they build a lot of anger and resentment. And then, if they come to see a professional like me when I was still working, you know, that would seem to be a topic of conversation many times, because people need to work through that so that your body can radiate love and light, okay? And your soul can feel it, okay? So it's so important to get rid of that garbage that may be hanging around, and work through it. And you know, if you do it as trouble knocks on your door, you will be much better as you age. Some of us don't have the time to do it, you know, while we're raising children, or, you know, I had to make ranch up for my father, and then I was still working, you know, and running the mental health center in this city. And so then I was going back to school too for my, so I could prescribe medications for mental health clients. But anyway, that strength is something that's within each and every one of us. The only thing I'm going to caution you about regarding that is I was more than halfway through my PhD, and whap, and I was down, and I was really very sick, and I won't even tell you some of the diagnoses that they came up with, but yeah. So I was hospitalized for a period of time, and they did an aortic iliac endarterectomy. They were also working on my esophagus, and I had ulcers, and I had all kinds of things going on that were really just, I think, reflective of all of the plural things I was doing in my life, you know. I was never doing one thing. I was always doing like 3 or 4 at a time. But it did instill in me a lot of courage and a lot of strength after I'd gotten through that, and I had surgeries and things like that going on for a while. And yeah. So now if anything comes up that needs to be dealt with, it's dealt with immediately, and I ask for help from the angels. And I do get that strength. Archangel Raphael, I'm working with Archangel Raphael right now to heal anything that's physically wrong in my body, if there is anything. I don't think there is that I'm aware of. My stroke is healed. So there's no longer any evidence of that on the MRIs or any of the other brain function studies that were done, so that's a good thing. So you can go through some pretty rough things in life, and then you've got a choice, you know. Are you going to be angry because you couldn't? Am I going to be angry because I could not finish my PhD? No. I really wasn't angry. I was sad. I was really sad because I had the hardest classes done, you know. But anyway, I did and do know an awful lot about this because that's part of my religion and part of my belief is strength and courage. And I turn that over to the Lord and ask him to help me with it, and the angels and the archangels. And I'm never alone. I'm never alone. I always have many angels out and about. So strength and courage are two things that if you have been unable to develop, please call me. I will have all of that listed down below, like I always do. And I'll work with you on that if you are wanting that. Okay, let's go over here. I'll just check strength and courage real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything really important. Strength, the power to resist strain, stress, pressure, durability, quality of being strong, to give support to, potency, intensity. So I think I did a good job with that one. Courage, the quality of being fearless, brave, bold, to act in accordance with one's belief, especially in spite of criticism. Now, this one's coming up a little bit, I have to tell you, in my life. Woo! Some people do like to criticize. And please understand that that means nothing to me. And I'm not like exaggerating about myself or anything like that. I've just been alone the majority of my life. And I've had to have courage. I mean, I grew up with two brothers, you know. One was 2 years older than me, and the other one was 1 year older than me. And I had to learn how to do all the boys' things, or I didn't get to play. So I had to learn, you know, baseball and football and ice skating and hockey and this and that and football and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, what courage has taught me in the end, though, is that you should dare to follow your heart, because your heart always knows, you know? And if you don't think your heart knows, well, then question it and ask the angels to give you help, and they will. And Jesus will help you too, and so will the Holy Spirit. He'll shine light in there for you. And the Creator, God the Almighty, He's always there for you. One thing I want to question or talk about with courage is that if you look at the 4 last letters of this, you have rage. So do know that the word rage is contained in courage. So acknowledge your fierce need to break through old barriers and move on. Okay, that's a really important thing to remember about that card. All right, and let's look at Baby Angel on the Lotus, and I will read to you about her. Baby Angel on the Lotus. This baby angel appears in unspoiled innocence and speaks to you of a new life, renewed hope, and second chances. Her energy is everlasting renewal. She is the promise of so much more to come. She brings with her the eternal gift of love. She asks that you look closely for the tiny treasures, the little everyday miracles. See them as though for the first time through kind and gentle eyes. She represents the child within, whose divine right is to be cherished unconditionally. Okay? The lotus plant is a powerful symbol of life. The lotus drops her seeds into the darkest mud and yuck, okay? Yet with the first stirrings of renewed life, she seeks the light. With intense determination, she transcends the muck, then the muddy water, to burst forth a beautiful flower born of spirit. Her sole purpose, to share her beauty with the world. As the baby angel rests within the petals of the lotus, she is comfortable with who she is. She is pure joy and innocence, eagerly experiencing each new moment. So be comfortable with who you are, honor that being, and do not try to be who you are not, because it is far, far too great a sacrifice. So, opportunity, the final card. If you've listened to everything I've shared with you on strength and courage, and Baby Angel on the Lotus, you'll be fine. Okay? If you need some help with growth on that, give me a call. Just give me a jingle. I'll do a reading for you. Or we can just talk. You know, I've done that my whole life. I've been a psychiatric nurse, and I ended up as an advanced practice nurse with prescriptive authority for about 15 years. So, whoops, there we've got our first one, folks. We've got a mission. Archangel Michael message. Okay, this one wants to come out. Clarity, good. It's really backing up strength and courage very nicely. Okay, let's first read the mission one. And this is by Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael message, quote, you connecting to the higher realms like you're doing now activates your mission. What's inside your heartfelt truth reveals your life purpose. Connect to sensing more of what feels better to you overall. Let the revisions be fun and freeing. Celebrate the inner discoveries and preferences you're realizing. I don't know how well you can see this card, but there's an angel right up here in the picture. They're really very beautiful cards. And remember, these are from Kimberly Dawn, and she is at archangelsblessed.com. Okay? My website is jesuschristinme.net. And I think you have to be on the Google platform maybe to hit that, okay? But take a look at it. And there are places in there where you can write notes to me, ask questions about anything. you're thinking about, okay? Now let's talk about clarity. I'm just looking at this picture here. Wow, that's an interesting picture. Okay, this is another Archangel Michael blessing. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Quote, call upon me to clear away any heaviness, pain, or sadness. And believe me, Archangel Michael can do this, okay? Call upon Archangel Michael to clear away any heaviness, pain, or sadness. What needs to be released comes up to the surface of your light body for healing. As you clear and heal, Mother Earth does too. Did you guys know that? And there are many of us on this earth who are here as earth angels, as light messengers, as, you know, that sort of a being to help this planet evolve. And I think I've talked with you about the fifth dimension and the third dimension and how we really should be trying to get into the fifth dimension. That can be a bit tricky. So if you want to have a conversation about that some night, just let me know that you want to do that, and then I'll prepare to talk about third dimension versus fifth dimension. Okay, as you, what needs to be released comes up to the surface of your light body for healing. As you clear and heal, Mother Earth does too. Connect to asking Archangel Michael for clearing, protection, and healing. And I cannot tell you how important that is. That is Archangel Michael's gift to you. You will always see him pictured with a sword, okay? And I have asked Archangel Michael to help me clear things that I knew were still in me from terrible marriage at a very young age. And, you know, Archangel Michael will just cut those things away and they're gone. And then the next day I would probably cry for a little bit and I would lay low and I would just thank Archangel Michael. So anyway, Archangel Michael is so important to me, and I have so many potential things that could happen to me that I hope never do. So he is with me 24/7 and 365 days of every year. I love Archangel Michael. So do not forget to ask him for clearing, protection, and healing. And then celebrate how vibrant and connected you feel after deep, restful times of healing. And I'm going to share with you that it is really important to rest after that, okay? Because there are, I mean, I don't know what you're trying to clear. That's your business, but I know that things I had to clear were very difficult. So I always make sure that I have time to heal after that, okay? And you should make sure of that too. If you're going to ask Archangel Michael to bring his sword in and cut things away from you that have been bothering you or somehow got into your being, you know, sometimes people just don't, well, if it's a love relationship, maybe sometimes people don't reciprocate or whatever, and you know, you think they're going to and they don't, and then you've got trouble. And you've got trouble and you have to work through it. So I'm sorry, my hair, I thought I did them well, but now they're starting to look pretty different. Okay. All right, we got 4 cards out, you guys. 5. Yep, 5. Okay, here they are. And the one on top says, "It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life." You know what that's like, to be unlimited in your own ability to create the good in your life. That's exciting. Okay. Oh, I am worth loving. I think she came out a couple of weeks ago too. Remember her? I am worth loving. Power Thought Cards by Louise Hay. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. Beautiful. This one's been out too. I have the perfect living space. Okay, I was going to take you around and show you my space here, but I just can't do it tonight. And on the back of the card, it reads, "I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It's in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford." That's what I'm looking for. And that's what I'll be traveling to the west coast of Florida to look for too. Okay. I release all fears and doubts. I release all fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. I am loved and I am safe. I hope you're writing some of these things down because they really are wonderful. I go to them throughout the week and pull a couple cards for myself, you know. So anyway, and the next card is, I deserve the best. And I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all a good. I claim my good. And I do. I claim it. And I deserve the best. And I accept the best now. Okay. Oh, isn't this cute? Oh, look at her. This is the black woman. Okay. And on this side of the card, it says, I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. And I really, this is a good card for me because I'm very interested in this one. I truly do believe that I'm going to win the lottery. And when I do, I'll let you all know. But this avenues of income, this has been showing up in several different places for me for, I bet you, 2 months. So I know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. And on the back of the card, it says, see, we got a door here, a telephone. That looks like some stationery, a newspaper, a letter, and then an open envelope. It's all on the little things on the back of this card. I don't know if you can make that out or not, guys. I think you can, kind of, right? Okay. And the card says, I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams, and I truly am. And I hope all of you are getting there too. I am happy to help. All you have to do is give me a call, and if you're not able to, I don't know, I have to keep these out, I just have to write down. If you seem unable to do it, or you've been trying to and it's just not, showing itself as clearly as you want it to be, or you can't understand what it's trying to tell you, just call me and I'll be happy to, listen, do a reading for you, bring out more cards, okay? And I think I told you the price of that about a month ago. So if you're having difficulty with payment, then please talk to me about that. And I'll be able to help you with that too. Okay? All right, guys. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful reading that we did. And remember that baby angel on the Lotus will help you with anything you need help with this week. And I will be back to see you again in another week. Bye, guys. And namaste. Oops, got to get up again. 37.